when I first turned heel in the WWF, you watch my old not even Hart Foundation matches, but when I first turned heel, and you have to understand my sort of position at that time. I was a babyface that had been working for my dad for 6 years, got into the WWF, and I was working matches with guys like The Spoiler and Rene Goulet and Sweet Hansen, and these guys that they didn't want to do anything for me. They didn't call anything for me. You know, if they did call a drop kick, they usually moved on it, and maybe let you catch them with the toe of your foot on their shoulder or something like that. They almost went out of their way. Their idea of calling a really great spot for me was a sunset flip or something, and it was, you know, they were killing me in the ring by not giving me anything to do, and then when I turned heel, I was in a position to say, I'm going to show all these old farts in the dressing room what I would do with a Bret Hart if I was wrestling Bret Hart. So I would go in the ring with someone like Jim Powers or Paul Roma or whoever it was, like just the bottom babyface guys, whether it was Brian Blair or Jim Brunzell in a single match, or Rick McGraw. I mean, I would go in the ring with S.T. Jones and make these guys really, I mean, I would kick the crap out of them, but I would also I would always give them a really, really good long comeback. I always gave them back exactly what they gave me. And I can remember some guys struggled with that a little bit. They think they were getting eaten up too much, you know, that I'm kicking them around too much. And they'd start fighting back, and I'd always say, you know, to myself, like, you know, I know what I'm doing. I'll make you, and I would remember telling Rick McGraw, bless his heart, and I said, Rick, you got to let me do my thing, because I'm doing my thing. I'll give it all back to you when the time comes, but don't start fighting me halfway through it. And that's kind of where that goes. It's a give and take thing, but you always need to give them. I think a babyface should have at least 3 or 4, depending on what kind of babyface he is, really good pinfall combinations or things for his comeback. If you got more than 4, sometimes that's too many. You know, but 4 good, you know, like especially finishes, like, you know, like you look at my logic and it's played out all throughout my career. Gut punch, leg sweep is the one, 1-2 kick out, and it's a backbreaker, and then it's something off the second rope, and you get they don't have to all be the same, but there was always a logic in my mind. I said these are my 4 or 5. I have 5 or 6 big moves that I can try to finish my guy at the end. Bulldog, leg sweep, backbreaker, suplex, whatever it is. If you can do 3 or 4, and you get a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. That's when, if you go over 4 times, then you're kind of going to the well too many times, because people start to, you know, like 4 is plenty, 3 is good, 4 is plenty.
Right.
But that's about what I would expect. If you're a heel and you're not giving your babyface at least 3 to 4 moves at the end, then you're not doing enough for him.